Good afternoon. This is Laura Belanger from National Weather Service Atlanta with your weekly weather briefing for the week beginning Thursday, June 27th, 2024. As far as some of the forecast highlights for this week, as you may have noticed already today, we've got more active weather today, tomorrow, and that is a nice change from the recent hot and dry weather. We do have more of this typical summertime weather pattern continuing into the weekend with that afternoon and evening shower and thunderstorm coverage, as well as muggy afternoons with triple-digit heat index values possible. We'll talk about that more as we get into the potential for some heat headlines into the weekend. Also, this diurnal activity and warm temperatures are expected through next week, although maybe slightly cooler temperatures and a little less in the way of rain coverage, but we'll talk about that in a moment. As far as our current conditions go, you'll notice that we do have some rain on the radar out there, mostly just some light showers across the metro Atlanta area and areas west. We do have more thunderstorm activity embedded within the rain down over west central and southwest Georgia, moving up this direction towards Atlanta. It may not make it quite that far, but something to watch this afternoon. And as of right now, this increased cloud coverage and precipitation is going to keep our temperatures lower for today. Again, we say that's a welcome change from the last few days, but this rain also is very needed. We'll talk about drought here at the end, but this is what's going on today, and it'll continue as we get into tomorrow as well with the higher rainfall chances. Now, as I mentioned, our high temperatures for today, this is the forecast, so mostly upper 80s across North Georgia with some temperatures into the low to mid 90s there across the central, especially east central Georgia, where it's a little higher. Now, on the national map on the right side, you can see the boundaries that are providing that influence in our weather for today, with the rain just mostly expected across the area with those embedded thunderstorms. Now, the loop that we have on the left here, you can see just one model's suggestion on how things could evolve for today, but I want to point out here in these 2-hour time steps that the activity is, generally isolated to scattered, maybe have some areas with some better coverage. And so some of you will unfortunately get missed, but a lot of you will see a little bit of rain for today. Our rainfall totals you see on the right are generally somewhere between 0.2 and half an inch of rainfall. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones that has more than one area of rain come through today, you might get a little bit more than that. But on the whole, definitely should be able to handle this. And again, this rain should be welcomed across much of the area where we've seen drought expand here recently. These showers should begin to wane and any activity across the area wane through sunset and after into the evening hours. Now, we did push this graphic out earlier. This marginal risk for severe thunderstorms is present for today. You can see it's mostly across the area south of I-20, maybe a little bit higher there north of I-20, closer to the Athens area on the east side. Our threat levels today are pretty minimal. Our main concerns are going to be lightning and the potential for some damaging winds. So this moisture does hang around through the weekend. You'll see Saturday on the left and Sunday on the right in these images. And so you'll see the influence of these boundaries across the area, really focusing higher rainfall chances across Georgia, especially as we get into Sunday ahead of another frontal boundary coming through here. That'll continue to allow storms to be better coveraged into early next week as well, into Monday. So you'll notice here Saturday and Sunday, again, higher rainfall chances. We've got 50s, 60%, maybe upwards to 70% as we get through the Sunday time frame. Again, low but non-zero chances of isolated strong to marginally severe storms, but for the most part, these should all be subsevere. Now, you'll notice kind of as a big picture view at the regional chances for both rain at the top here and thunder there in the yellow on the bottom portion of this slide. You'll notice that, again, our higher chances there are Saturday, Sunday. They begin to diminish Monday as we see that rain shift south as that front comes through. And then we continue to have afternoon showers and thunderstorms into the latter portion of the week, but just a little bit less coverage, lower chances there. And as I mentioned previously, our thunderstorm chances are mostly going to be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, again with those lower chances Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll talk more about Thursday here in a minute. I did want to highlight the heat threat for this weekend. So our triple digit heat index values are possible Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It does look like that for the most part they are peaking during the day on Sunday. Because these values are above some of our heat headline thresholds, it's possible you may see a heat advisory or an excessive heat warning issued by our office as we get into the weekend. So be looking for those. Make sure you're staying informed, you're limiting your outdoor activity, drinking plenty of water, and then also checking on your neighbors, pets, others, limiting outdoor activities for children, and just being smart in the heat this weekend. Now, this heat is not exactly helping our drought, but maybe this increase in our rainfall chances will help. Just to give you an idea of where we are, you'll see the 30-day percent of normal rainfall that we've had on that image on the left. Some areas like the Macon area, portions of Columbus, they're well below normal for this time of year. I believe the last time I checked, we're somewhere between about 5 and 15% of normal in a lot of those darker brown areas. This is not helping us with the heat, and so drought conditions have begun to develop across the area. And the new map for this week for the drought monitor, they're shown on the right, is showing portions of the West Metro Atlanta area, portions of areas south, and kind of extending down into the Macon and greater Macon areas. A D1 has now been included to indicate moderate drought conditions have developed over the area. Now, our outlook for the next 6 to 10 day period does not exactly look like it's going to help the drought. We've got above normal temperatures expected over a good portion of the southern United States, and in that same area below normal rainfall. So even though we are seeing some slightly higher rainfall potential here over the next 7 days, on the whole, that doesn't look like to continue to be the trend. And for those of you who are already making preparations for the 4th of July holiday and all that comes with that, I did want to put a quick kind of long-term look here at the holiday weather. As a general rule, it's looking like weather over the state of Georgia does have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms and warm temperatures. So we are looking at temperature forecasts there in the upper 90s and low 100s possible in portions of the area. So please be looking again for any kind of heat related headlines for this should they be warranted. So in summary, again, we've got this kind of shift in our weather pattern that's bringing us active weather today, tomorrow, and then again with that front coming through on Sunday and into Monday. This is a more typical weather pattern that we tend to see in the state of Georgia during the summer. Unfortunately, it is coming muggy afternoons with those really high heat index values, so be looking for any kind of further information on that. And this diurnal activity, although slightly less, and warm temperatures do continue through next week, and something we'll be messaging as we get close to 4th of July. If you have a need to reach out to us, please don't hesitate to find us by one of these methods. Also, we're available on Slack, or you could always pick up the phone and call us at the office.